Hello and welcome to this week's Cari Connects. I am Psychic Medium Cari Mugz, and each week I pull a card from a deck to let you know what's coming up for the week and the signs and symbols to watch for. If you're listening to this on my Smoky Spirit podcast, you can watch it on any of my social media platforms, and they're all listed down below in the show notes. So this week we are using The Divine Beloved by Tasha Silver. It's a kind of a newer deck. I don't know if we've used this deck before. We might have one time. On the back of each card is a tiger, two tigers, which is awesome because I love the symbolism of tigers. And each card is really kind of cool illustrated. Here's the thing too. This deck doesn't come with a book because each card has it written on it for you. So if you're just barely starting, this would be like a good way to start. On the back of her box, it says, "Change me, Divine Beloved, into one who can allow love to lead my life." So this is about a nurturing deck. It's a nurturing kind of thing. So, okay, we're going to pick the card for this week. Acceptance. This week, you have to accept yourself and others too. You kind of have to just figure out that you can't change people. The only person you can change is you. So if you get frustrated this week, if something happens and you're kind of frustrated or you're frustrated with something or someone, you have to accept them that that's who they are. Now, that doesn't mean you can't create boundaries, right? So you can still create boundaries, but you need to be more accepting towards them. But mostly, you need to be more accepting towards yourself. Let me love and accept myself as you love me. May I find you shining brightly within my own being, which is really cool because honestly, people think God or the creator is something that's outside of us when really it's a piece of the creator inside of us. That light or that energy is all within us. And so if you really knew how powerful you really are, then you would have no fear, no anxiety. You come from the creator. So it's not somebody outside of you that created you. You have that light or that aura inside of you that belongs to the creator, which makes you amazing. And we forget sometimes how powerful we really are. And so this week, something's going to happen where you're going to have to really accept yourself for who you are, give yourself grace, and love yourself unconditionally, or you're going to have to face that somebody else isn't going to give you that acceptance, and that's okay because you can. It doesn't matter what other people think of you. It doesn't matter what other people, it's not your responsibility. I mean, you can come across the way you want to, but you can't control how people think of you or what they're going to create in their own mind about you. So you just have to accept the fact that you are who you are and you are going to love yourself regardless. And so something's going to happen this week where you're going to question that. You're going to question, you're going to question you, and you're going to question if you're good enough or if you're powerful enough. And the answer is always yes. Always, always, always. So just this one is acceptance. I accept myself. So this week's, honestly, this week's signs are kind of the same as last week. We're going to have these flowers, all of these flowers, and even her shirt has like some sort of lotus flower on them. And then there's pink clouds in the back. And I know that last week one of the signs was clouds. So we've got clouds and the sea, honestly, the water, but because that's a cleansing thing. That's a cleansing. So basically, this card's saying you have kind of gotten your head out of the clouds, like last week said, and now you're grounding and cleansing and starting over. Now, this one doesn't have any numbers to it, so we're going to use 888, which is abundance, and 111, because 111 is, I'm trying to think if any of the other numbers have self-love, but you know what? 000. 000 means it's the sign of the creator. And I want you to realize how part of the creator you are. And so 000 and 888, those are the numbers for this week. If you see those numbers, this is just spirit and your guides telling you, you need to accept yourself. You need to love yourself unconditionally. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks because the divine loves you because you are part of the divine and you need to love yourself. So that's what this week is really loving who you are, giving yourself grace, even the bad parts, even the parts that you're like, oh, you're so embarrassed about, or the things that you don't love about yourself, you need to love them anyways. So Hope that helps you guys. It's going to be an awesome, awesome week. I love you guys so much. And I do have some stuff coming up. I think I'm posting a retreat this week. So I do have a retreat coming up in October, and it will be posted. It'll be sent out in my newsletter and posted this week. So watch for that. And I'm also going to start doing more spirit circles because I really loved the last full moon circle we did. And so we're going to be doing more of those and more events coming up. So watch. Oh, and the class this week, I have an Akashic Records class this week at in person. This one is, I know it says Akashic Records, but really it's about past lives. So if you're interested about past lives and reincarnation and the book of life or the Akashic Records or parallel or dimensions, this class is for you. So there's still some openings open for that. So I love you guys. And so if you need to, I'm like in a hurry, blah, blah, blah. So if you need to get to that class, you can go to carimugz.com and go to events or classes, and it will show you all the events. It's on Eventbrite too. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next week.